Hey guys, what's up? Ashley here. Welcome back to another edition of Confessions of Giggler. Today, let's talk about some feedback. Or not feedback, just, all the things. So, before the weekend, I guess maybe on Friday, I posted about like tying up my loose ends with this cycle of dating, right? And since then, there have been some comments, and some of them are like, yeah, you definitely did the right thing, good job. And then some of them are like, big mistake. Okay. They didn't say big mistake, but yeah. So if you watch Survivor, you might catch that reference. So some people were like, yeah, that was probably a mistake. You messed up, girl. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But guess what? I'm only human. And people make mistakes. And I make a lot of mistakes. So, I mean, like, it's probably too late to turn back now. But I just want to say that, well, one, I appreciate any comment that anyone makes to take time to either help me or agree with me or whatever. Constructive criticism, great, all of it, love it. Thank you for taking your time out of your day to leave a little comment for me. But also, and I'm not really here to defend myself. I'm just saying, it's hard to make these decisions. It's hard to really know what's happening. I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry that it's so bumpy. This road is just terrible. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. And clearly, that's why I'm still single, because I have absolutely no idea what to do in situations or how to act or how to manage. I don't know. And I'm learning. And I'm doing my best. And I know that I'm behind, let's say, on maybe where I should be, but this is my timeline, and it's probably not most people's. So I'm just here trying my best and learning as I go. And a few things that I want to address. Someone commented that you shouldn't judge someone for being the same thing that you are. I agree, 100%. And I would like to say that I was not judging him for being awkward, because I am also awkward. That's if you're awkward, great. I'm also awkward. I'm not judging or saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying that I don't necessarily want that in a partner, because that's how I am. And I am looking for someone to balance me more. And I hope that makes sense. And maybe I should be looking more at people who are also awkward. Because, I just want to be given a chance, and it's hard to be given a chance when you're awkward. I understand. I mean, I want to say the irony of it, but it's not really ironic. Just the the hypocrisy that I'm saying. I get it. Trust me. I do. It's rough. But, also everyone has their preferences. And you can't, just because you like what you like doesn't mean it's wrong or it's right. Just everyone is different. So it's just difficult. The whole thing is very hard for me. So yeah, there were other things in my head that I wanted to say, and now I'm blanking on them, because honestly, I made this video this morning and I rambled on for 20 minutes, and I just didn't really convey the message that I wanted it to. So I was like, scrap that. let's redo it. Yeah, so also I would like to say that dating is really hard. And it's really hard for everyone. And I'm gonna try really hard not to cry right now because I am getting a little emotional, and it's not necessarily from this, but it's just because, yeah. Sorry. So I'm just someone who, like, I just never even tried before because I thought in my head that no one would like me, that men would find me disgusting and no one would give me a chance. And just that thought by itself has really, like, made me, like, I don't even know what I'm doing right now, but it's made me, like, retreat into myself and not, like, project outwards and not be confident and not have the clarity of what I want. And well, I don't even know what I want, because every time I say something that I think that I want, it's like maybe that's not what I want. I don't know. And like, that's what's so hard about I guess I was gonna say that's what's hard about being a late bloomer, but I guess it's just hard for everyone. Just depends on when it happens in your life, you know? So, I don't know. But also, I would like to say that I think that there's a large part of me that's still so afraid. And that's kind of why, I don't know. It's probably why. It's probably why I push everything away. Like, I like the men that I know that I can't have. And, like, I live in Delulu world. And, you know, all the things. So, like, if you say that, like, if you tell me no, then that makes me, like, want you more, I guess. But, like, the men who are like, yes, you're amazing, I would like to date you, I'm like, nah, no thanks. So, like, why am I like this? Why do I do this to myself? Why am I torturing myself? Like, I don't know. I think that I am afraid. I think I'm afraid of a lot of things, honestly. Oh, my grandma's calling. I have to call her. I have to answer this. We'll pause and come back. Okay, sorry. I had to talk to my grandma. It's very important. You know, it's very important that you talk to your grandparents when you have them here, you know? So, when she calls, I answer. Anyway. Also, your parents, too. Talk to them. Anyway. What was I saying? Yes. That I am the problem. Me. I'm like, because, I didn't say I'm the problem yet, but this is where the whole thing was leading up to. That I must be the problem. Because sometimes I always say, like, if you keep doing something over and over and over again, and it keeps happening, like, at what point are you the problem? Like, what point is it you and not everyone else, you know? So, it must be me. And I'm not saying that for a pity party or anything, or, like, for people to come on here and be like, oh, no, you're not the problem, you're amazing. Like, great, I'm glad you think that. I'm glad someone thinks that. Or maybe you don't think that, and you think, like, yeah, girl, you are the problem. That's very possible also. And I'm not saying that it's not, like, whatever. But yeah, I think that it's hard. It's so hard for me. And, yeah, at what point am I the problem? I probably am the problem. Like, I set my standards way too high. I know that. And, like, I always go back and forth on this. Because, like, yes, I have set my standards very high. And yes, maybe that could possibly be the reason why I am still single. But also, I have waited this long. Why should I lower my standards? You know? And then it's like, well, did, like, all these, like, movies and Disney and fantasy, like, ruin real life for me? Probably. Like, I'm very happy living in my fantasy world. Like, I know it's not reality. I know it's not great to do this, but I do. And yeah, so it's just, sorry. Sometimes you gotta really pay attention when you're out here driving. So yeah, it's just, it's not easy. And I don't make it any easier for myself. And I know this. And yeah. And should I have maybe gone on another date with this guy? Yeah. Maybe. But also, it just didn't feel right to me. And I don't know if that's because I don't know how it should feel. That's very possible. I don't know if it's because I'm looking for a spark that doesn't exist. I don't know. I don't have the answers. And I do still feel really bad about it. And yeah. And I guess, like, when I said in the last video that I was expecting for him to respond, it's just, that's really just based on how I act. Like, if someone said that to me, I need answers. And I realize that not everyone is the same. So, yeah, I don't know. And also, previously, when I've told other guys that I wasn't interested, they had reactions and they've said things. So, I don't know. I guess that's just what I was expecting. And so it kind of, like, took me off guard that he didn't say anything. But, you know, that's okay too. If he doesn't want to say anything, I probably, like, that's fine. You know, whatever. And I'm not saying whatever because, like, it's just, yeah. I'm just a clueless girl here. And I'm trying my best. And I'm afraid. And I think that's a recap of all the things that we've talked about. And I'm the problem. But yeah, I really do. I think that I'm afraid. I think I'm afraid of getting hurt. I'm afraid of, like, having my heart broken. I'm afraid of losing, like, getting attached to someone and losing them. I'm afraid of a lot of things. So, and I know that, like, if you don't take the risk, you don't get the reward. But sometimes I'm just too afraid to really take the risk and to leave my comfort zone and to, like, stay inside my little bubble that I've built with extra thick reinforced walls. You know, I'm a fragile soul. And I get upset very easily. Like, something that I said when I first made this video is, like, one of the reasons that I don't have any pets and don't want any pets is because I don't think I could handle it when it's time to put them down. Like, I just don't want to deal with that. And so I don't. So, like, I avoid it. I'm an avoider. And yeah. So I don't know. And I guess maybe I'm afraid of how my life will change if I were to be in a relationship. And I'm afraid that I won't be a good girlfriend or a good wife or a good whatever. And I'm just afraid of a lot of things. And I know that I have to stop being afraid and stop living in fear. But it's hard. It's really hard to do that. And I do think that taking a break from the dating apps is probably going to be good for me, just to, like, reset everything and rethink about everything. I mean, if I find someone out in the wild, but let's not be foolish, that's not gonna happen. I mean, I'm not gonna, like, turn them down and be like, oh, sorry, I'm on a dating break. But yeah, so I don't think it's gonna happen. I feel like I'm going to have to use the apps in some capacity, just because I'm not great at meeting people in real life. So yeah, I don't know. Oh my goodness. So that's that. I'm really not sure how long this video is because it's cut in 2 parts, but I should probably stop rambling now and, let you get back on with your day. Thank you, as always, for listening. And, like, subscribe, comment, whatever you feel is best for you. No pressure. No pressure. Any which way. But yeah, I appreciate all of you. Thank you for listening to my story and coming along on this journey with me of trying to figure myself out. And yeah, I guess that's it. And that's going to be it for me for today. And I'll talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.